Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my channel. So, the whole point of giving tithes at church is to help the church. So, if there's tithes being put in, that's basically the members of the church putting whatever's on their heart's desire. Some church even tell you to pay 10%, or I guess that's in the Bible. Who knows? But you paying a percentage of your money to this church because it's supposed to go to the church, where when someone is in need, thank you, Holy Spirit, when someone is in need, the church is where they can fall on, because the church is of God, right? And God is love. God is giving. God is caring. So the whole reason to pay tithes is to help the church. That doesn't mean it's just helping the pastors in the church, the ministers in the church. No, it's for the whole church. So if someone is hungry, the church should be giving them a free plate of food, should be feeding them, should be helping them. If someone is getting homeless or about to be evicted or something like that, the church should be able to help them. If someone loses their car, loses their job, the church should be able to help them get back on their feet. Not enable them to become a bum. Not enable them to not do anything. No, the church should be lifting them up. The church should be having job opportunities. I'm sorry, it's like I can't speak today on these videos. Who's hating? I mean, come on now, it's so many. But the church it's supposed to help the people. It's not just supposed to help specific people. It's supposed to help all people, everybody. The churches should be the biggest ones giving donations to all people, for real. If you talking about you of God, you following Jesus Christ, even if you don't follow Jesus Christ as the Son of God, even if you don't, the whole reason why Jesus came about is because y'all didn't know no fucking better. So God sent Jesus down to be an example. That's it. You don't gotta praise Jesus if you don't want to, because he was a man, and that's good. You ain't supposed to idolize no man, but it's already written, and God said that you can for Jesus because he was literally God. He didn't have no father. But if you don't believe that story, then okay, whatever. Anywho, whoever you do believe in, if it's supposed to be God, the righteous God, even if it was the God of Moses and Abraham before Jesus even came along, it's still the same shit. The church tithes, and the money that is going into the church is supposed to be for the church, and for the church is for the people. That's all it is. So if you have an organization where a lot of your people is failing, or a lot of your people is not succeeding, a lot of your people is struggling, no jobs, no careers, nothing moving in life. Life is all about cycles, babe. So if you have a lot of bums in your church, or people that is not working, that don't want to work, who think that they just going to be at the church. Baby, you need to live your life. You need to get a life. You need to work a life and stay at it. God give us all talents. Figure out your talent. Some people need to take a break from the church. That's the thing. Y'all idolizing these churches, especially these damn buildings. Stop idolizing the church buildings. Take a break from the church and catch life. Catch your mind. You're so used to going in routine about something specifically, you don't catch your mind. You don't even notice that you've been doing this over and over and over, and you're not tending to anything else that is going on in your life. You're literally just tunnel vision on this damn church. And that's not what God needs you to do. And if you're going to that church for God, then you should care about this. Because God don't need you to do that. He don't need you caring about that church building more than you care about everything else that is in your life. God is everywhere. He's not just in the building. God can connect with you wherever you're at. You know that, right? Y'all know that, right? Do y'all really know that? Like, you could connect with God everywhere. God is everywhere. He's literally everywhere. He has his angels on earth watching us, stalking us down. He knows what's going on. You really think you can only connect in a church? Really? If that's the only way you could connect to the Holy Spirit, you need to start talking more to God at home. You need to figure out ways to get into your spirit, to calm the mind. The church should not be the only place that you're that vulnerable and open to connect with God. And this is probably why he don't pay attention to y'all, because y'all got to be at this church. And if you don't go to that church for a couple days or a couple weeks or a couple months, that means you don't got no connection with God. You stop going to that church, now you're not really listening to God or your intuition. You're not following what you should do, your higher conscious. You're not doing the things that you should do or be focused on. We got to catch our mind. Realize what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if it's interfering with you doing other things that you need to do in your life, then you need to really take a second and catch your mind. It's a lot going on in this world besides going to clock into that church building. Some of y'all do that like it's your job. Do you even have a job? Your job is just to go to that church building. Cool, got it. Okay. And what are you getting from that job? What is the reward? What is the reward in the end? You know? But even if it's not a church building, it could be anywhere. It could be anywhere. We need to free our mind, just doing things routinely and not catching yourself. You're so used to doing something all the time. You keep doing it, you never catch your mind until you're damn near on your deathbed or you're sick as fuck or you're old as hell. And now you're like, fuck, life just passed me by and I didn't get to do this and I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And I wish I would have did more of this and I wish I would have paid more attention to that. But you're so busy tunnel visual on one thing. Like, open up your fucking mind. Catch your mind. Take a second to breathe and look at what you're doing at the same moment that you're looking. Literally, right then and there, take a second to really think about what the fuck is going on. We need to start doing quick evaluations in our mind. The mind is so powerful, yet people think so small. Like, you're not aware at all. You're not self-aware at all. And like, when I say self, I mean inner self and outer self, I guess, because this is how you're portraying yourself to people. But it's really inner self. A lot of people is not self-aware of the inner powers or abilities of the mind. They're really not. You can really master your mind and become equally yoked. And then you're ready to become equally yoked with someone else. That's the problem with getting into relationships unyoked. Unyoked equally, getting with another unyoked person, and it ain't doing shit but fucking it up. We just over there playing with each other. Until we just leave, because it ain't fitting. There's no magnetic pull to keep us together. It's just toxic. And then we leave. And then now we're yoked equally within ourselves. And then now we come into cahoots with someone that you feel the magnet. You see how different it is? It's a different type of pull. You're interested. You want to get to know more. Something is pulling you there, but you could be shy. You could be, confused because of that shit that you were just in that was like this. Yeah, that toxic shit. So now you got someone that's coming like this, and you like, oh, even sometimes y'all be like this, and it feels so good, and you're just confused. It take you a little time, but you could tell the difference. Because you guys are a lot more equally yoked for each other. You guys are on the same frequency. You dig? And if it's two bad frequencies, it's just going to be like this. So y'all could be on the same frequency, but it's a bad frequency. No one is healed. No one is grown in a situation. So it's just like this. You dig? It's just like this. You did. So when you're to a point where you're more emotionally balanced and logically balanced, and you become more self-aware, and you know how to balance your good and evil, and then you meet someone that knows how to do the same thing, that knows when to be passive, when to be assertive, and just when to be confident, and they just stand in their power. They're themselves. They embrace themselves. They don't keep the past hindering and bothering them. We should not still be shameful or guilty of that. Let it free. Let it free. You did. Let it free. Sorry, somebody just commented. I did a couple of personal readings, and I sent out a couple of them today, actually. So some people are watching them now and they're commenting on them. Y'all book with me. I'm giving out some, elite advice. But yeah, we be tripping sometimes. And we as in humans as a whole, we tripping. You know, we gotta catch the mind. We gotta really process things. Process things a lot better. And we gotta understand, you know, greed ain't gonna get us nowhere. If someone needs help, you're supposed to help them. So paying tithes, that's what it's for. Because God is not coming to get the money from you. And you talking about it's for God. He's not coming to get the money. If it's for God, it's for God's people. Okay? Somebody just started laughing. But if it's for God, it's for God's people. That's how you're paying it back to God. Okay? That's called paying it forward. People are giving you their hard-earned money to the church, so they expect to see the outcome. They expect a great outcome. They expect when they need help that you're going to help them. Because they're paying money. That's like putting in a loan and never getting nothing back. Even when you do good deeds with God, He repay you for it. So how dare a church not? And you're talking about you represent God. If you're going to be taking tithes, I don't care what church this is. If you are collecting any type of tithes or offerings or monies from your people and your guests, everyone should be able to get help when they are in need, and people should be able to see and know what is going on with the money and how it really is helping and increasing the church, because the church is the people. So that's the whole mission with God, is to help thy neighbor, be about thy neighbor, push thy neighbor up, be supportive of thy neighbor, do not be envious or jealous of thy neighbor. Love your neighbor like you love me, and you shall be blessed. He said it. That's how you do it. If you don't got no charity work going on, baby, you far as hell from heaven. You far as hell from heaven. That's really the main one. It's really about helping people because the world needs help right now. Are you raising the vibration or are you adding to the poorness of it? Which one? If you are not adding elevation and a good frequency into the world, you might be in trouble this year. I'm just letting you know that. If you've been sowing some badass seeds, expect what the fuck you're already expecting, because people already is expecting these things. They want to be in denial. It's a reset. Life has a lot. Listen. You keep going, reset. You keep going, reset. Get on board. When people learn life, it be happier. You ain't gonna ever be able to just keep doing what you're doing forever. Life is about elevation, evolution. It's always changes. Always. That's why people die every day. That's why people are born every day. It's a change. You're never with the same people forever. You never meeting the same people forever. You never really around the same people forever. You meet someone new or different every day. Unless you are literally just staying around the same people, you meet new people every day. I don't care if you're walking past them, that's still meeting or seeing. You don't have to have a whole conversation where you're actually, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da. But you see new people every day, especially if you are walking around, traveling, going to work, is new people around. So your job is to be a help to these people that you see on a daily. Network, get to know people, spread love, help people as much as you can. That's what you're supposed to do. When people interact with you, they want to think that you're an angel. You help them out. You don't need to know people. It's more rewards when you don't know them and you really do something nice. And you're an angel to someone that you don't know. Your friends and your family should already know that you're an angel. But to do for people that don't really know you like that, that's a very great impression. That's fire. That's what God wants to see, because it's a lot of people that need help that you just might not know. We need to just spread love regardless. Whoever comes into our place, in our face. I'm always trying to uplift people, you know? Every time, wherever I'm at, I'm smiling. How you doing? How can I be of service to you? I'm always listening. When I'm hearing somebody complaining about something, or they might need help with like directions or something. I seen someone on the train yesterday, and she was talking to her son, I think, or whoever, about how he should have brought some water because she was thirsty. And she started like waving. She had this little piece of paper or something in her hand. She started waving like she was really that thirsty. And I had this water in my bag that I really wanted to travel with because I had a long way, but she was acting like she was finna, pass out. So I just reached into my bag, gave her the fresh bottle of Poland Spring. And I know she probably was like, dang, this how this lady even know that I knew it. But it was just, I heard her complaining about water. It's like when we first came in and we sat down. So it was like, when you first walking into a room, you're all ears, you're all eyes. And I heard her complain about it as we were sitting down. So I just went in my bag and gave it to her. That's being of service. Just being nice. She's not gonna forget that. You want people to always remember you. I'm never going to forget that. You want to stand out. You want to just help whoever you can when they come into your presence. That's when you're a God. That's why Jesus is a God, because whoever he was around, whoever he was dealing with, they felt the love. They felt God's love. You feel me? And they got some great advice. Jesus always led them to the light. Jesus always told them what was right. That's the whole point here. It's to tell people what is right, to lead people to the right way, to act the right way, to learn how to balance the good and the evil that is inside of them. That's all it is. God planned something out for humans to just be all good. The devil came in and manipulated the mind and made humans become good and bad. Now we need to learn how to balance it. What's up? It's just like that. Just like that. And the people that know how to balance it is the master manifestors and master chosen ones, because it takes a lot to be able to balance your good and evil, because you got to get through the bad to get to the good. While you're going through all the bad, you got to stay good. You got to try to stay good as possible. You got to learn the lessons while you're going through it. Every time you need to learn the lessons as you're moving forward. That's how you become favored in God's sight, when you pass all the tests. You got to pass the test though. Alright, y'all, I hear the ambulance coming down. I feel like that's my cue to get off. So I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.